Hello and welcome back to another video in my creative journal. And today I'm kind of basically closing up the month of July. This was over the weekend, and so I'm going to be documenting Saturday. I'm doing a 2-day spread because for one, it was really, when at the end of the day I was like, this was the best day ever. And so I just had so much fun, and we had some unexpected things happen, and it was just nice. We got outside for a while and spent some time with both my kids, that's kind of part of the surprise of the evening of the day. And then, like I said, then I was like, oh my gosh, this was so much fun. So, so as you can see, I've already kind of added my background to my pages in my journal. And basically this is still an altered composition book, and I put gesso as a base, and then I went over and put in acrylic. This is just regular craft paint that you would get at Hobby Lobby or um, like at Walmart. This is just like the folk art um, or Americana paint that you would get. So I believe I just kind of scraped it with put it on there. It looks like I just kind of scraped it with a credit card or a gift card. So a lot of times I'll kind of come in here and kind of prep my pages so that they're already painted. I know that sometimes they don't necessarily, you want to make sure they match what you have going on, but it's just nice to have that color already added to your background when you are ready to journal. And so I'm just going to be stamping using my large letter stamp set. I punched out 1.5-inch circles, and I'm just basically using uh, acrylic ink pad and this big letter stamp set that I have from Hobby Lobby. So yeah, I'm actually working on a banner, as you'll see here in just a moment, and literally writing out or stamping out the best day ever. So just to kind of talk about the day and I collected little tidbits, as you can kind of see right below the E on that one side. Throughout the day, we went into Austin and basically went to this in South Austin. There's a um, shopping center area that's called South Park Meadows, and it has like restaurants and just different things that you can mostly shopping. It has a Joann's, it has a Hobby Lobby. Um, so that was the things that I did. But basically, once we got there, Brazos and her friends kind of did their thing, and then I got to do some of my things. So I really kind of wanted to do something a little bit different than just like your average banner across the top. So I kind of just like playing around with how I want to display the lettering. One of the things I ran into not an issue, but just that I had to work around was I didn't want to have the lettering split up where you had it on one side and then on the other. I was really trying to work with having um, it all together. So that was kind of a challenge to do. And so, yeah, I ended up kind of making a banner, but just really having a string run through. So that was kind of my idea behind playing around with it. So I printed out some pictures using my Canon. These are the small little pictures, and although I really, really love them, they're fun for journaling with, but they really don't capture the crispness of the color in pictures sometimes. So it's almost as if I would want to have them a little more. They're not as vibrant, but they're perfect for, journaling with and getting those documentations down. So yeah, so I'm just kind of figuring out exactly where we're going to put those, but I did end up not having enough room because I wanted to put just some different things this was more or less a page of us going into town versus all the pictures I took. So those will go on another page, the ones that I had printed out that didn't quite fit on there. So, and then you saw the green boba tea, and that is actually part of the sticker club that came in. I've had it for a while, and so I'm excited that I actually am going to be using it on this particular journaling page. And so um, it works out. It's kind of not the most prettiest bobo, so to speak, because it looks like it's moldy. But we had boba tea there uh, at when we were at the shopping center, and I tell you what, that place was crowded. I think I had to wait over 20 minutes for my tea, which usually, I know I'm one of these immediate people that typically don't really like to wait in line, and so, but it was a Saturday and very trendy part of, everybody likes to have some boba. So anyway, so yeah, so I just kind of glued those down onto the string, giving it kind of a wavy look, and then yeah, so I'm just going to start adding some different ephemera that I picked up. This was a straw from my tea. So I kind of saved that and wanted to add that to the page. I wasn't quite sure where to put it, but just because the name of the tea place was right in the middle, and I didn't want to cover it up. So that was kind of just kind of playing around with that, just to see where I can add different pictures at. Um, So yeah, so basically we headed into town over by where my work office is. It's right by downtown, which has this super great hike and bike trail. And so they recently, I mean, I say recently, but I would say within the last 5 to 7 years, it may not have been seven, maybe the last 5 years, they've extended it to where it goes completely, like you can actually plan out and go in a circle around Town Lake. And so they have this great bridge that kind of walks over the water, that you can walk over the water, and there's a great view of the skyline. So I had told Brazos and her friends that we could go over there and take a picture, and so because it's just a great backdrop for a picture when you come into Austin. So we did that. I was in jeans and a kind of, flowy shirt. And I tell you what, I don't know if it was the humidity or the fact that I hadn't eaten, but oh my gosh, I was sweating like crazy and I started feeling kind of nauseated. And I was like, oh, geez, I walk a little ways with, with these, with younger people and I feel just so out of shape. It wasn't fun, but all is well. Anyway, it was great and they had fun and, um, great photo op. So we did that, and then yeah, that you could. They were excited to see the turtles. There was runners, bicyclers. I mean, it's just fun to kind of get out and do some people watching too. And so, um, very active community around the downtown area. So once we did that, we went over to South Park Meadows. And what's interesting about South Park Meadows, because being that I lived in Austin for a very long time and from the area, we used to actually go to concerts in where South Park Meadows is, and I was telling Brazos about it, and I said, "Yeah, I saw Aerosmith here," and this was back when it was just like grassy area, and I'll never forget. They would set up a stage and everything, and my sister and I went. I think it might have been Aerosmith, either that or we went to another. I can't remember, but she had a black car, and it was pitch dark, and this was. I don't even know if we had cell phones. That's aging me, I know. I'm sure we did, but for some reason I had no flashlight. So I'm thinking that cell phones didn't have flashlights. I don't know how we found the car, but we eventually found the car and but it was totally freaky because it was pitch dark and I remember her like I'm like, "Oh my God, unlock it and unlock it to try to find it." So um, but anyway, now it's like this great big shopping center with every possible things that you can think of there. And so yeah, it was kind of fun. We went and ate at a restaurant there. It's called Waterloo, and I have to say it was very overpriced for what you got. Either that or they just weren't hungry, and so ordered big meals and then ate half of it. And I was starving, of course, so I ate all of mine. I just had a slider, and it was good. It was okay. And so we went and did that, and then I went over to Hobby Lobby and got some items for the upcoming CWR kit. So they had their fall things out, and that's what this next month's kit is about. So I went and got a couple of things there to add to the kit, and then um, we went to and then we wanted to go to Bath and Body Works. And so I knew Brazos wanted to go with me, so I wanted to make sure that, and she wanted to make sure that she was there with me. And I feel kind of bad because I ended up getting most of the stuff. We do the little special thing, and I walked away with like 6 things, and she walked away with one thing. So it's kind of, I said, well, we'll go back again, but I was out of lotion, and of course they have some of their fall scents out, and they have a new strawberry shortcake scent. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. So we went to Bath and Body Works and got those. As you can see in my journaling here, you see these double square colors. Those are actually copied from onto sticker paper from the Candyland game. Because my intentions when I started this journaling page was to kind of like go around and like make like a little from here to here to here, like a little trail type deal, like, you're on in the Candyland game and stuff. But it I ended up just using them as for journaling spots, which I thought they turned out really cute since this page is so colorful. I'm using a little stamp that I also got in the Sticky Club stickers. It's so cute. It's a little teapot with a teacup with a I'm sorry, coffee pot with the coffee cup with a cat inside. So I think it came from the cat cafe uh can't cat cafe sticker set. They have little themes, and so that was what this theme was the coffee and cats. And so I'm just adding my date sticker here. It's so exciting when you use the last final sticker, the date um, of the month, because you're like, yay, I'm successful. I actually um, finished out the month. Um, so yeah, I was just doing some edging. Since it was that green paper, I kind of wanted to kind of emphasize on the green, the black around there, just so that date kind of stuck out a little bit. And then I'm just taking a marker and doing some outlining of the different pictures that I have. Oh, and in the right-hand corner, underneath that stamp it says Be In Cafe, because what happened is towards the end of the um, the day. Oh yeah, you can see that I have actually filled in. I stopped the camera to do some journaling, but at the end of the day, after we did our South Park Meadows, we went to Barnes and Nobles because Brazos' little friend wanted to go, and I was like, sure, we'll go. It's not that far from there. So we drove over to that shopping center, and we walked in, and lo and behold, there's my son and his girlfriend. And my son, I just had lunch with my son because he's down here from college, and he was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing here? I said, oh, he goes, you're in town, and it's late in the evening. Anyway, it was so cute. And it was so fun, and it was such a surprise. And so we ended up like getting coffee at the Barnes and Noble cafe, and that's what that little piece of um, ephemera up there is. And it was just fun. It was a treasure to the evening and or to the day to run and to have spend time with both my kids, and they got to see one another since we don't get to do that very often. And so it was fun. But yeah, so I'm just kind of adding stickers to my best day ever. I love having these little coffee stickers and things like that. And of course, some stars. I had some silver stars that I already have added on there just to add some sparkle to the page. And so, yeah, I'm just kind of doing some fillers here just to fill in all those white spaces. Um, so yeah, it was a great day, and um, Trying to think what else that was about it. We didn't get home till late in the evening. I felt bad because of my little dog. I hate leaving him like that over the weekend when we're here. But we ended up coming home and the kids played a card game that's right there on the right hand side. I'm trying to find a place for the sticker, but it just doesn't work. So I'm putting her to the side, and I'll have to use her on another page. But basically, the kids played games, and then we ended up dropping everybody off around 9 o'clock. So yeah, it was a full day, but it was a lot of fun, and yeah. So I'm just kind of looking through my stickers. I always like to have a little notebook with um, my stickers in there. And it did rain, so that was kind of a interesting thing. So I end up adding a little cloud here to the page here in just a moment, and to show that we did get our little rainstorm. But yeah, so I'm just kind of going through and filling the page up, and adding just stickers here and there, and some journaling, finishing up some journaling on the pages. So yeah, I really like the way this page turned out, and it tells a story, and um, got lots of end up kind of like you'll see here in just a moment on the last. I'll show you the final, but I end up cutting the camera off here in just a moment, just because it was just kind of like doodling and adding some pen work and things like that. So you'll kind of see the final ending here in just a moment. But anyway, you guys, well, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.